Hello everyone, Xanaro Gaming, and going to be coming at you with the Digimon video today. We're going to be doing a deck profile over a new Digimon archetype coming out in Chain of Liberation, just to get everyone excited for this weekend and give you kind of an idea of a deck that you can build with this particular Digimon. Don't forget that this comes out this weekend, so super excited for everyone to be able to get their hands on it. I know I'm looking forward to some of the cards coming out in this set as well. Let me know who you want to do next out of these. I'm going to be talking about on this one Suzune Kazuki. She will be the one I will be making a deck for you today. Leave down in the comments below which of the other two new characters in the card game that you would like me to cover, and I'll do a deck profile for them next. But today we're going to be going over Suzune. Super cute art, really cool tamer here. Blue is my favorite color. I like her a lot. Start of your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon gain 1 memory. When your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the icesnow trait. By suspending this tamer, trash 1 Digivolution card from your opponent's Digimon. So building a deck with her and her partner Digimon, the Frigimon, who has Iceclad. On play when Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has Digimon with no Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. So 2 really cool cards. I have the deck profile up here for you. I'll be sure to leave a picture of it at the end of the video for you to look at and copy. I'm going to go with the Hyarimons here as the main egg. When attacking once per turn, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, draw a card. Really cool. Definitely the key card that you want to see as your egg. We are also running the other Hyarimon, which just says all turns while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. This effect won't come up too often because you'll have Iceclad most of the time, so you'll be doing battle with your sources instead of having to worry about the DP, but it can come up sometimes, and we're mainly just running it for the name because we're running her rookie partner Digimon, the Penguinmon. This Digivolves for 0 on Hyarimon for a cost of 0. Otherwise, it would typically cost 1 on a yellow or blue level 2. Your turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with the icesnow trait, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Really, really strong to be able to go into your chain and Digivolve for reduced cost, getting into your bigger Digimon faster. Always going to be really cool and definitely the main rookie that you want to see. And that's why we're running this egg split. The inheritable, really cool too, to help slow down your opponent. When attacking, give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1 until the end of the turn. This helps a lot in this deck because this is going to be a blue trashing sources deck. And until you can really get their Digimon to know sources, you don't have a lot of ways to really control them. So I like that they gave this archetype and style of a deck a way to kind of slow your opponent down before you get to that point, and giving them that -1 security check is the perfect way to do it. So I like that they gave them that mix up here of being able to now get some security attack minus, which is why it's yellow. Really, really cool card. The other rookies we're going to be running are 2 of the Snow Agumon. A lot of people love this card. I do too. I think Iceclad on a rookie is insanely strong, but he doesn't offer a ton of other things outside of just this name and the Iceclad. But he does have the icesnow trait, which is awesome for us to be able to search him. And he just has, when attacking once per turn, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Really cool. I've always liked Snow Agumon as a Digimon. I thought he was really, really cool, but only running it at a 2-0 because we want to play 4 of the Searcher for the deck. This is Balukomon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Peldramon or Hexablaumon in its name, and 1 card in the Icesnow trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the deck bottom. This is a really cool card. You're going to want this card to help you search, fix your hand. It also has the icesnow trait, so really cool because you can also add itself with this effect, which is just so versatile, exactly everything you want in a rookie. And then it also has, when attacking a heritable once per turn, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. This deck has a couple different ways to swing at your opponent, and then at the same time, when you do that, if they have no sources, being able to get some unsuspending effects and hitting for a lot of damage. The other rookie we're going to be running is 2 of this Gabumon. Some of the playtesting I've been trying to do, I really want to try to fit 4 of this in here because, spoilers later in the video, we got a hot tech for an Ace Digimon that can be abused with this card. But start of main, one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. Then if you have a Tamer with Mat Ishida in its name, draw 1 card. We do not run a mat. There are some really cool mats that you can play. The memory setter, when you play a blue Digimon, trash a source, really cool. And one other one. But mainly just taking this card for a really good blue level 3 that gives you blocker. So if you have blocker and you're able to give this to your Digimon, having the Iceclad during your opponent's turn when they go to attack you, now you have a blocker with Iceclad, and it's really, really strong. You can really put your opponent in a tough spot, too, with just this Gabumon and the Agumon here, the Snow Agumon, giving it blocker and Iceclad. Now you have a rookie that can kind of wall out your opponent if they can't get rid of it. And then it just gives you really good cycle with the when attacking once per turn, draw a card. Super generic, really good. This card and the Harumon being able to let you draw cards. Really strong. Going on to the main champion, we'll skip all the other 2 real quick, and the Frigimon here. We already talked about him before. Really strong card. Gonna let you Digivolve for 2 on top of all of your other characters other than the Gabumon. So that can come up to be a problem sometimes, but you don't mind paying the 3 for it. It has the Iceclad. Try not to do that too much, but still very synergistic being able to have the other ones. The other level 4 we're running is a Korikakumon. The main reason we're running this card is he is going to cost you 4 to Digivolve, which is a steep price, but he has jamming on the body. And this is really important because you want to be able to swing with this guy with the jamming and then be able to Digivolve on top of it with some other cards to be able to unsuspend and do cool things with your Digimon. And he also gives you the inheritable jamming. So you're really just running this. I didn't want to do a package with the level 3s of jamming inheritable, so I decided to go with the Korikakumon. Not the worst play because you get it on play when Digivolving sometimes whenever you might need to do that instead of Digivolving. Until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't suspend, which is a very, very powerful effect. So I think that paying the 4 for something like this in this deck, you don't feel too bad about doing it. But only running it as a 2 of, not something you want to see all the time, but the jamming can come up, especially with the extra security checks. The other level 4 we're going to be running is the Paildramon. Digivolves are 2 on a level 3 blue. When Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains jamming and blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So our other way to get jamming and blocker, this is a really cool key card in the deck. Super strong level 4 that you want to be running. When attacking once per turn, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. The only reason we're not running this one at a 4 of, and we are of the Frigimon, is because we want to stay on theme. And then also, this Frigimon has Iceclad, which is really, really strong. Definitely the strongest of your level 4s that you want to play. And his effect is on play and when Digivolving, being able to get that trash too, and then gaining a memory. So very versatile in the plays that you can do with him. That is the level 4s for the deck. We will go into the one of the level 5s, and that's going to be Dpenmon. I think this card is really, really strong. When I was testing with this, I was trying to find a way to fit more Kumamons and Korikakumons and run the blue Tamer hybrid package, but it really, that's its own deck. And the Dpenmon is amazing in that deck, and I think it does have a spot in here. If you want to try to switch this one out, maybe put down on the lower polar bear and find a way to fit more, I can understand that. This card is really strong because this is how you get rid of some Digimon. It's going to cost you 4 to Digivolve for, which we have ways to reduce this cost. We're going to be gaining memory a lot of different ways here. But when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So really, really strong. Gives you an out to any of their Digimon that don't have sources. It's regardless of level, really strong Digimon. And it's going to be your answer to get rid of some sticky bodies that maybe don't let you, maybe you don't have other ways to get around. And it has Iceclad, which is really, really strong. Like I said, having Iceclad on bodies is really strong. The hand main effect, you're not going to really be able to do in this deck because we're not running the Kumamon, but it's kind of irrelevant. But the inheritable is really, really strong. Just in case you're not able to trash sources, say your opponent is in the back line with their Digimon in the reading area, this all turns 2000 DP will come up close because now you can battle them back with DP, being able to get your level 6s up to that 14,000, hopefully able to, let you survive battles even through not having to use your Iceclad. The other level 5, we're running 2 of the Crispeldramon. Also has Iceclad. Digivolves for 3 on level 4 blue. Really strong. When Digivolve and trash any 2 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon, then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon unsuspends. So this is really, really important here. Being able to combo off with any of your level 4s, especially like the Korikakumon, say you can swing in with Korikakumon, have jamming, then be able to Digivolve into this Crispeldramon, hopefully have nothing with sources, and then being able to unsuspend. And then the inheritable is why your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards. This Digimon with the Icesnow trait gets piercing and security attack +1. Very devastating effect. Super, super strong. Inheritable. But going to the main level 5 of the deck, really cool. I love the art on this Polar Bearmon. Super cool. Super cute. Awesome card. Digivolves on level 4 with Icesnow trait costs of 3, which is awesome. Or just generically on a blue or yellow level 4 for 4. On play, when Digivolve and trash any 2 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon, then one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't suspend or activate when Digivolving effects until the end of the turn. So really amazing effect here, being able to get rid of sources that are troublesome, any 2 sources you want, and then that Digimon, it doesn't have to be the same Digimon you target. It could just be then one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't suspend or activate when Digivolving effects, which is amazing. Definitely the main one that you want to see, being able to control your opponent's board and still putting on pressure with the Iceclad. And then the inheritable, your turn while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards. This Digimon with the Icesnow trait gains piercing and security attack +1. So really strong, playing into what we want to be able to do, swinging and getting a lot of checks in. The main level 6 and the main reason we're building this deck, because it is just super cool, is the Skadimon. Really cool Digimon here. I love the art. Love the style. Digivolves on a blue or yellow level 5 for 4. Or a level 5 Icesnow trait for 3. Really amazing to be able to get such a strong Digimon like this for 3. It has Iceclad and Barrier, which is amazing because now your opponent can really only try to kill this thing by effects because you have the Iceclad. You're almost always going to have more sources, so then you know you're going to win battles. And if they do find some way to get rid of your sources, say you go into another blue match and they can trash your sources, now you have the Barrier to save yourself by battle too. So really cool 2 keywords that are super strong. This is the main Digimon you want to go into. When Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Icesnow trait Digimon from your hand without paying the cost. For each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards, add 1 to this effect's level maximum. So really cool. Lets you be able to play your Digimon. You have a lot of really good on plays in this deck to be able to abuse and can be very versatile getting into this card. And then also, when Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, by placing 1 Digimon with no Digivolution cards as this is the bottom security card, this Digimon unsuspends. So you can put either one of your Digimon with no Digivolution cards or one of their Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So very versatile to be offensive for yourself, being able to clear one of their bodies, put it back into security, or if you are in trouble and need some of your life back, take one of your Digimon with no Digivolution cards and put it back onto your life. And then being able to unsuspend. So really good, amazing card here. Love to see it. Very versatile in the way that you can play around with its effect. Really cool card. And it has the Icesnow trait, so you can search it. The other one we're going to go with here is just 2 of the Hexablow. I like the new Hexablow a lot. If this one is maybe a little too expensive for you, the other one is also good, but it does not have the Icesnow trait, which makes it a little tougher to search. But this one is amazing, having security attack +1 on face value and Iceclad. So really, really strong. If you can go into this one, this is really one you want to go into when you're really trying to push for just the one big check. Hopefully you have the sources to give you extra security attack +1. So that'll be 3 checks and piercing through their bodies. And you'll have Iceclad to win the battles. When Digivolve and trash any 4 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon, any 4 of any Digimon on the board, get rid of them. Anything that's giving you a problem, really cool, very versatile effect. And then, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, return one of their Tamers to the bottom of the deck. So Tamer hate here, really strong. A premium effect in the Digimon trading card game, being able to affect Tamers, really cool. Gives you another play to, if they have a Tamer that's really messing with you, to not give you some trouble there. And then opponent's turn, none of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as Digimon can Unsuspend. This is a very powerful effect. Keeps your opponent at bay until they can get more sources to be able to hit you. Definitely a really cool key card. He's definitely more of your... It tries to keep you into the game with this effect, but also can push with the security attack +1 and Iceclad. Very versatile, level 6 to run for sure. And then the spicy tech that we're running is the Gabumon Bond of Friendship. This is our level 7 we're going to run into the deck. You can hand counter Blast Digivolve this Digimon. You can also do, while you have 2 of your security cards, Digivolve it onto a Gabumon for a cost of 3. So if you have the Gabumon out and they swing and you have 2 or fewer security, you can Blast Digivolve into the Gabumon. Otherwise, you can still counter Blast Digivolve into one of your level 6s. So you can use it both ways. The Gabumon is in here to help you get that sneaky move of being able to go to it on top of the Gabumon. But regardless, when they swing into you, you can still Digivolve into your level 6s, so don't let that part of these cards confuse you. It only costs 3 onto your level 6s if you have to do it during your turn, which is absolutely fine. Not anything you're going to be sad about paying for, because this effect is amazing. So on play, when Digivolving, return 2 of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as this Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So this is your card that is going to remove the bodies off the board. Really powerful, really strong. You should almost always have more sources than your opponent. There's always ways for you to trash their sources to get them lower than this guy, so you can take 2 of their bodies and put them on the bottom of the deck. So much better than bouncing back to their hand for them to use on you later. I love this card. It's got the 14,000 DP, which is maybe one of the things that makes it a little lacking. Maybe wanting to have 15, but if you have the Dpenmon under, now it's 16,000. And the versatility of being able to just hard play this. Say you're already into your big bodies, you don't want to lose them for the Iceclad, you don't have another play, you can hard play this from your hand and just bounce those 2 Digimon. Because most of them are going to have no sources. So if you play him and they have as many or fewer as him, they have 0, he's 0, you can bounce those back to the bottom of the deck as well. And then when attacking once per turn, if you have a Tamer, we do run plenty of Tamers in this deck, this Digimon unsuspends, which is really, really cool. The only thing to note here on this one is that some of the inheritables do require you in this deck to have Icesnow in the trait on the card. He does not have that, so you will miss out on some of your inheritables, but you really don't care about that too much. This card offers so much for this deck with the Blast Digivolve and being able to warp it on top of the Gabumon when you're in a pinch. I think that is a must include in this deck. And I know it's a spicy tech, but trust me, try it out and you won't regret it. We're running 1 spell card here to try and get rid of opponent's Digimon. This is mainly in the deck because some Digimon have protection from Digimon effects. So if you're not able to clear it with your Gabumon, this option card will let you do it. And when you would use this card from your hand by placing one of your blue Digimon as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your other blue Digimon, reduce the cost by 3. So say you go your Skadimon, the Skadimon lets you play one out. You play it, get its on-play effect, and then now you can use this card to tuck that card back underneath your Skadimon, get the inheritable from that card, and then be able to use this card to return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Regardless of level, type, anything. Get rid of it, back to the bottom of the deck. They don't get to see it again for a long time. I think this is a really good card, including in this deck, because you're going to be playing out some Digimon with your Skadimon effect, and then you can just use that Digimon as a resource to clear one of their bodies. Another really cool card in this deck, and I hope that a lot of people will play this in their decks when they build it, is going to be this Wave of Reliability. Main, trash any 2 Digimon cards from your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a Tamer with Jokido in its name, choose one of your Digimon. If your opponent has no Digimon with as many or more Digivolution cards as chosen Digimon, unsuspend it. So you have a lot of ways to swing for game in this deck really aggressively. Say you're able to go into the Korikakumon, swing with the jamming, be able to Digivolve into the Chris Peldramon to unsuspend, go into the Skadimon, play out a body, swing, put a body back, unsuspend, all these crazy things that you can do with this deck. This card just helps you be able to do it while you're into those Digimon, because you'll find out a lot of those Digimon effects are, when played, when Digivolving, and then the wave of reliability kind of lets you just push that pace of the game when you're already into your level 6s. And then it just has insecurity. Activate this card's main effect, and then you get to add it to the hand. So really strong card here on defense and as offensive too, because they check this insecurity, you get to trash the sources. If you have the Joe out, you get to unsuspend one of your Digimon. Hopefully it has blocker, and now you're really stifling them for plays, and you get it in your hand to use the next turn. This card is cracked. Maybe try to find room for 3 of it. I promise you it is super strong. And then we're playing one of the Ice Wall. Have to play this card in blue decks. I think every blue deck should be running this card. It's at 1 for a reason, because it's absolutely insane and can keep you in a game. Great on the field. Great when you check in security to gain 2 memory. When your opponent attacks, they lose 2 memory with their Digimon. Super strong. Going for an even split on 2 and 2 on the scrambles and mental trainings. Both of these cards really versatile to try to help you cycle through your deck, get some Digivolution reduced costs. I like these 2 over the min boosts, because if you play a memory boost, then you might miss out on the Tamers, and you really don't want to do that in this deck. You want to be able to search and make sure you can touch those Tamers when they come up. You will have a lot of draw power though, because remember we got the Gabumon, the Hyarimon, inheritables to help us draw cards. Going on to the Tamers, though, we are playing a Joe Keto. Really want to try to find room to put this up to 3, but at the moment, just running it as a 2 of. On play, trash 1 Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Really, really strong. So, in theory, this Joe should never cost 3. It should cost 2, because your turn, when a Digivolution card of an opponent's Digimon is trash, but spend this Tamer, gain a memory. You really want to get this Joe down as soon as possible, so that way you can keep getting this effect. You can trash Digimon inheritables every turn, and so Joe will give you that memory back again and again and again. We're going to also have the Sora and Joe Tamer here. Start your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards to play. Gain 2 memory. Really strong card. They're going to have to, hard play rookies that have no inheritables, or you're stripping their sources, and then you get to start off with 2 more memory. Your turn, when you attack with a blue Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer to trash up to 2 Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of their Digimon. Really cool effect, just goes along with what the deck wants to do, trash and sources. And then we have the main girl herself. I really wanted to put her at a 4 of in the deck, since the deck is her deck, but I just don't think that there is a ton of room to run 4 of her as a 4, but she's really strong as a 2. Maybe you could find a way to make her up for 3, but I think this split on the Tamers is really strong. She just has start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Awesome. We love seeing this on Tamers. Super easy, good, recurable effect. And then all turns, when your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Icesnow trait, by spinning this Tamer, trash any Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon. Doing what you want to do. She's super awesome in the deck. Makes it super consistent in what you want to do. So this is the deck right here. I will make sure I put a picture in the description or at the end of the video. Please let me know what you think about this deck, what you would change if you're excited about this deck, and don't forget to comment in the video which of the other 2 Tamers you want me to do next, Close or Ryutaro. I'm going to cover them in the next video. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.